Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Coffee Rant with Danno and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. If you had to hit pause on this video to get your coffee together, go ahead and do that now, as this will be a lengthy discussion. Okay, so I wonder how many of us have been fooled by this. I know I was, and I don't get fooled easily. So some of you may know, Kroger has been putting out these digital coupon pamphlets where you can avoid clipping the digital coupons, going to Kroger, grabbing one of these, getting your stuff, scanning it, and in theory, all of your items should come off. All of your stuff that you bought on digital coupons, saving you the headache from having to clip all these coupons. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is one thing that I missed. Weekly digital coupons. Basically, the coupons that are actually on this paper. Now, Kroger at any given time could have several digital coupons. Several hundred. I mean, I went to Kroger today and I saw a bunch of digital coupons. And with everybody talking about it on the channel, we've seen advertising. Oh, now you don't have to worry about scanning your digital coupons. Here's the paper. You know, but it's weekly digital deals. So, the only thing that this will take care of is the items that are on this paper on a weekly basis. I spoke with some people, and some people were saying how they have like the mega events, which mega events with digital coupons, kind of like their mega events with the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal, or the buy 3 or more, save $2 each deal, or the buy 6 or more, save whatever. You know, it's like, it's just something else to add to the mix. And as to where it's hard to be too hateful about all this, because Kroger is the most expensive store that you can shop at, where you can save the most money. And as I'm walking out today, I realized that even with all the hassle to buy most of these things at Walmart, I would have spent more money. So let's just put that there, okay? But I was frustrated because I went and I bought my stuff, and I thought that I could literally just scan this thing and all the digital coupons come off. Well, it's been digital coupon week or weeks at Kroger. Whether it's a mega event or not, I've never really looked at a digital coupon as a mega event for anything, right? Now, what Kroger should do is just put all of the digital coupons on this thing, and if you don't want to deal with the hassle of clipping them on your computer or your phone, do like I originally thought you could do, scan this thing and be done with it. Well, I did I wanted to make sure that this worked. Okay, now I had done things, I guess, that worked out in the past where I had scanned this thing, and it was because I got the items on this particular piece of paper. Okay, and I saw that it came off, so I didn't think nothing of it. So I did a little more shopping today at Kroger, and I realized that four items didn't come off. So I talked to the lady. I went to self-checkout because I wanted to make sure, you know, in case I took some extra time, that somebody, you know, there wasn't a huge line behind me, you know. And sure enough, there were items that were not on this list that did not come off on digital coupons. Now, she physically took them off on the computer. So she was able to do that on the computer, but it took a lot of time. And I told her, I said, you know, we can just cancel out the order. I'll just put these in on my phone, and we could just roll through. But at that time, I didn't really know what was going on, and she didn't either. And it's like, I wonder how many employees, because this is new. This has only been going on for maybe a month. And a lot of you guys have been talking about this in the comments, so I wanted to kind of just do like a trial thing of just getting a bunch of stuff that was on digital coupons. They have a lot of good digital deals, so I was like, you know, I'll get a bunch of stuff. And I had thought, and I put corrections in the video for tomorrow, because I basically thought that you could just use this, scan it for all of your digital coupons. I mean, how many of you, and be honest, how many of you thought that that was the case? Did you know that these were just weekly digital deals and that the only ones that would work are these. I didn't. I thought it was for all of them. That's what everybody has been saying. Nobody said that these were just weekly digital coupons. And I would think that the digital coupons for each week would be included in this. I was wrong. And they were, they were very nice about it. The lady was very nice about it. She said there's been a lot of confusion with some of these. And I'm glad that some people are catching it, because I wonder how many people are walking outside Kroger right now, getting home, and then realizing that because I figured it out, if I would have just paid for everything and left, not thinking about it, I saved $13, right? I would have spent an extra $12 and some change on the products that I didn't clip on my phone. So, where do we go from here? Back to the drawing board, and this is going to be just a talk about how you do the digital coupons at Kroger. I can't speak for all of them, but I do know how the ones work at Kroger, but it does change a lot. And I know a lot of you are going to say, here's the trickery again. Oh, the trickery. But there's always things that say what makes it not trickery, right? Now, if this just said digital deals, all digital deals, well, yeah, that would be trickery. But it does say weekly digital deals. The question is, how do I determine or know which ones are weekly digital deals? Well, now they have it, I guess. But this is just another step and more of a headache. So what I'm going to do is I'm never going to use this again. It's pointless. It's stupid. It is dumb. I will never use that or think anything otherwise. I will do the digital coupons off of my laptop or off of my phone while I'm sitting here with my coffee, also drinking Tim Hortons again tonight. I like Tim Hortons. It's actually really good. It's smooth. Good afternoon. Good coffee, ranting coffee. Not too strong, not too light, just right. But anyway, so when I do, I'm just going to tell you what I do. Okay, I've done videos on how to use digital coupons at Kroger. I've done a couple videos on that in the past, but we're just going to kind of go over what I do. Okay, you can do this any way you want. I saw people today using their phones, going by, scanning the little QR codes as they go. And if you're not planning on doing a lot of shopping, or if you really haven't looked at any of the deals and stuff, it is a way you can do it. However, some people, and I get constant comments, some people that can't get their phone to work, and one of the common areas in all stores where it's hard to get like a signal is refrigerated items. It doesn't matter where you are. I know the Walmart I go to, I always have an issue with my phone and cell service. The Kroger Marketplace that I go to is pretty good, but I know the other one further down the road, there is an issue when you try to use your phone and you pull up an app to scan like the QR code. So, and there are some other places that I've been to. Meijer isn't as bad, but I really have no reason to scan any QR codes at Meijer unless they have an Imperks deal, but usually there's not many, or I've never just had to use it. I do this stuff the night before, and that's what I want to talk about. So on Wednesday, I usually don't do much shopping on Wednesday when I go to do like the shopping vlog. I don't. I'll get maybe a couple things that are a good deal, maybe something on a digital coupon where I will use my phone. But when I really put the hammer down and clip my coupons is on Thursday nights, because I don't usually do a video. If you see me at the store on Friday, I'm doing my shopping. I'm doing mine and Jessica's shopping because we're getting the 4 times fuel points. Also, while I mention that, make sure you clip the digital coupon for 4 times fuel points. We've had some comments. Some people say that they've done some shopping at Kroger and they didn't get the 4 times fuel points. I don't think you used to have to clip that, but I think you might have to now. I clip it every week just in case. Okay? I clip every week. You'll have the 4 times fuel points. I clip that coupon every week just in case. And I always get my 4 times fuel points on Fridays. When you shop on Fridays, you get 4 times fuel points. That really does add up. And that is also Thursday nights when me and Jessica will sit around. And I sit on my phone now. I used to do it on my laptop. if you have a laptop, it might be a little easier for you. You can see it a little better. And basically, you go on the Kroger app, and you have your account. If you don't know what your account number is, it is linked to your phone, right? With your area code and your phone, you can log in that way, start an account. It's very easy. And I will say this, make sure that whatever password you use for your Kroger account, because I would never link a bank card or anything to any account like that. So, you can do you, but the thing is that when you do any account with anybody, make sure that it's a password that you can always remember. Okay, because there have been several times when I've been at Kroger and I've wanted to, and another reason why to do this the night before. There's been several times when I've been at Kroger on Fridays and there's a digital coupon that I forgot. So I'll bring up my little scanning thing, I'll scan it, and it'll say coupon no longer available. Coupon no, and I'll just test it out on a couple more things, and it'll say coupon no longer available. Well, there was an update on the app. The only problem with that is that once it updates, sometimes with the Kroger app, you have to log out. You have to log out. It is so crazy. I don't know why. It's the only app on earth that I've ever had to do this. Maybe one or two over the years, but the one that's been more frequent has been Kroger. You have to log out, and then you log back in, and then all of a sudden it's working again. And until you do that, it will not work, at least for me, because I remember one time I left Kroger and I came back, I thought the coupons were messed up or something. But I had come back like a couple days later, and then it still wasn't working. And then an employee actually said, yeah, a lot of people have been saying stuff about that. Try logging out and logging back in. Well, I logged out and logged in. Luckily, I remembered my password, and I thought to myself, I was like, wow, if I didn't remember this, I'd be screwed. And it's like, Kroger is pretty accommodating, if these things, but they'll work it out. I've had issues where they've always had it worked out. But I mean, come on, this is like, you really got to do, leaps and bounds to get the deals, right? It's not like the good old days where you just sit there and cut out the coupons on Sunday, right? I mean, there's ways of getting coupons. And thank you to our longtime viewer who always sends me and Jessica coupons. We've been handing them out to a lot of people, and they have been very thankful. But this whole thing with the digital deal, really, it didn't upset me. I expect this crap. I really do. I expect this crap every day. There's always something. I feel like I was tricked in a way, but it says clear as day, weekly digital coupons. But you've had these other digital coupons that have gone on for a couple weeks now, and it's like, I don't understand why those aren't included. You're adding more headaches. So I have to do what I do on Thursday night, and then if I didn't see the weekly, because the weekly deals will be in there as well on your computer, on your app. It'll be in there as well. Just save yourself the headache. Whatever day. Now, it has to be after Wednesday. The Kroger ad starts on Wednesday and ends on Tuesday. So you have to do the digital coupons on Wednesday. So whatever day, whatever that is, even if you're not going for the fuel points or any of that stuff, try to do this the night before. Now, there's going to be a lot to go through. There's going to be, on any given day, Kroger has 350 to almost 500 coupons. I mean, there's a lot of ways to save at Kroger. I look at it as like, I'm saving money every time I click one of these things. Also, I did mention some of this in the video tomorrow, kind of the end of the video. I kind of shorten what I'm saying right now because we need to just instill this in our brains of what's going on here. Because the thing that upsets me the most is that how many people have gone to Kroger thinking that this has been the saver of everything, and you just get all your stuff, you see the digital coupon, cool, throw it in your cart, and then just scan this and walk out the door. Check your receipts, guys. Check your receipts. If I would have walked out the door and paid for that, I would have spent an extra $12 and some change on the digital coupons that did not come up when I scanned that thing. I know last week I had talked about this. I was like, yeah, everything came off. Well, I guess everything that came off was on a weekly digital deal. And another thing, why I think this is important that we discuss this now, because other companies are going to learn from this. They're going to learn from this, and they're going to start doing all this stuff too. We see where Meijer is bringing out more and more digital coupons. They're doing little tricks like Kroger does, like low prices, low prices. It ain't low price. It's the regular price. You just brought me over here for no reason. It's frustrating. It really is. And some of these things going on, and I don't yammer on too much about it like I used to, but I mean, you guys can see it. You guys can see the prices going up. I don't need to say it all the time. Some of the things that I buy, sure, I'll say something because it gets frustrating. Wow, my light just... Anyway, I'll say some things sometimes because it just kind of, frustrates me at the time. And that's what I kind of like to do. I like to make sure that, you're getting the true feeling of how I feel about it. Oh boy. There we go. My light decided it wants to fry out. Man, my computer's dying. My light's dying. Kroger's got so many different things going on, you don't know what to do. It is just a crazy day, guys. Crazy day. So I'm glad I do these vlogs, these coffee rants. This is a true coffee rant. Because, again, I'm not upset because, I mean, it's frustrating. I don't know. I don't even know, bad words come to mind. But, it is what it is. Just make sure that you are doing your digital coupons the day before you go. Sometimes if we have a long list, I'll jot like a little note down. I'll take like a little post-it thing and just take the things that I know is going to be stuff that I don't remember. Like usually all the food and stuff, I'll remember what to get that I have, clipped in the coupons. But stuff like over-the-counter medicines, things that I don't normally, things that I may not get at Kroger on an everyday basis, I jot notes down to make sure that, oh yeah, I got 50 cents off Advil. That's another thing too. With all the coupons and everything, it's not just the digital deals going on at Kroger. When you go to all coupons, like just kind of filters through. You can filter things in the Kroger app. I know they're constantly trying to improve it and all that. I do the same thing I've always done. Digital coupons, all coupons. Just keep clicking on all coupons until you see the little thing in the top left-hand corner that says 450 coupons or whatever. There's a lot of them. Every week, there's a lot. There's 400 or more over the last few weeks. It's been crazy. But you'll get different things like 50 cents off toothpaste, buy two, get some. It's not just the digital coupons that we go over at Kroger. Right, not the ones that are physically there for you to see. There's other ones on that. And I do think that that's a little bit of an incentive for you to get on the app or on your laptop and go through the different coupons. Because with every one you clip, you're saving money. Right? And I guess, people say, well, it's not like the way coupons used to be. Yeah, but it is nice that you don't have to have a wallet or a purse full of coupons that you might forget one or one gets stuck somewhere. These are all logged into your phone, to where if something happens, you can be like, well, nope, here it is, and it's all in the log. And I think, in some ways that is good. Fact of the matter is that there's a lot of trickery out here, but really trickery and, frustration kind of go hand in hand, because when you have these things that are written a certain way and it's all new and everybody's like, oh, you don't need to clip the digital coupons anymore. That's not true. It's the weekly digital coupons. That's what everybody was saying. Let me know down in the comments again. Honestly, were you fooled by this, or did you think that all the digital coupons were included in this? If not, good for you. I feel like most people, if not all, have been confused by this. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing this video, because it's frustrating. And I think it's more frustrating for me because someone that does this for a living, someone that goes to the stores to try and save as much money as possible and save you as much money as possible for a living, right? How much I was fooled by this. I guess you get kind of wrapped up in the excitement because I'm thinking, wow, it's a great idea. I can't believe this really exists. That is what I literally thought when I saw those pamphlets at the front next to the ads. I was like, I thought people were just making this up. And then all of a sudden you start seeing advertisements for it and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, I don't have to go through the headache of clipping all these coupons anymore. Which in reality, even if it was all of the digital coupons that they have listed in the store, that's not going to include the other little coupons that you can get with other things. So it's, even if that was all of the digital coupons that they have on the list, like, which is, like I said, under prices at the store, there's a lot of other coupons you can clip on the Kroger app, which is going to save you even more money on some other different things as well. So, make sure you check your receipts too, guys. I'll tell you what, that's why I did the self-checkout thing, because I wanted to look through each one, and I noticed right away. I was like, ooh, that didn't come off. There's $1. There's $1. There's $2. Like, what the heck's going on here? And then it wasn't until someone else, because like I said, the employee didn't even know. They didn't even know. They couldn't figure out what's going on. And then we had actually talked with a manager, and she was the one who was saying how one is a mega event or whatever big mega event that goes on past the week, and these are the weekly digital deals. So, I don't know. Real headaches in the digital coupon world, guys. I'll tell you. It's, I don't know. I was fooled. I won't get fooled again on that. We got to be aware of all the ways to save, whether this is trickery or not. We needed to bring this out to and bring it to your attention, because these people are very smart. They're very smart on advertising. They're very smart on prices. They're very smart on just about everything when it comes to getting their products out the door for the most money possible, while still making it look like it's the best deal on the planet. The only funny thing is that it usually is. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.